Hello viewers, this is Too Fast here. In today's video I will be installing a 2-channel dash cam into this 2025 Hyundai Tucson. Now the owner of the vehicle purchased a 2-channel dash cam and needed help getting it installed. So in this video I'll show you all the steps on how to install a 2-channel dash cam and hardwire the power to the fuse box. Right here is a dash cam and the hardwire kit the owner of the vehicle purchased. This is a 2-channel dash cam with a front and rear camera, and with the hardwire kit it will allow the dash cam to have parking mode recording. Right here is a look at the dash cam. This is the rear camera cable, windshield mount, front dash cam, power cable, some mounting hardware, and the hardwire kit. So let's take this to the car and get it installed. I'll be installing the dash cam in the middle right here underneath this cover. The first thing you want to do is get some rubbing alcohol. That's why I have in this bottle, and a paper towel, and clean the window surface. Next I'll remove the backing on a double-sided tape on the windshield mount and then stick this onto the windshield. Now I'll connect the power cable. Next I'll connect the rear camera cable. Now I'll tuck the cable underneath this cover and run it up to the headliner. With both cables, run up to the headliner, tuck underneath the headliner, and run this over to the A-pillar. Using 3M double-sided tape, I cut some pieces and placed it on the side here, and that's where I stuck the cables on top of the double-sided tape, so it looks nice and tidy. Pull back on the weather stripping here, and pop this panel on the A-pillar out. Now with the rear camera cable, I'm going to route this behind the side curtain airbag you see right here. Same thing with the power cable. I route it behind the side curtain airbag right here. Now it is a little bulky, but you can fit it through. Now with the power cable, I'm going to run this along the side, all the way down to the fuse box area. With the rear camera cable, I'm going to run this up along the top, all the way to the back. Now I know many people ask, well, why can't you run this cable down to the bottom? And that's because with most dash cams, this rear camera cable is not long enough for you to run down to the bottom and all the way to the back on an SUV vehicle. As I run this cable to the back, I'm going to tuck this cable behind this B pillar. Now I can reinstall this weather stripping. Here I'm in the second row. Go ahead and pull back the weather stripping right here. And continue tucking the cable behind the headliner here. Continue running the cable all the way to the back. With the cable run to the back, you want to remove this weather stripping here. With the rear camera cable, now I'm going to tuck this behind the headliner over to the middle. So here I'm going to connect the rear camera cable to the rear camera. Using the double-sided tape, I'll stick this rear camera onto the back window here. And with the cable length, you just want to have enough so you can get down to the headliner. Using rubbing alcohol, clean the window surface. Remove the backing on double-sided tape. Now you can stick this onto the back window. With this cable, I'm just going to route this underneath the headliner. Give it a little slack. And place a weather stripping over it. With any extra cable, you can put tie wrap around it and then tuck this behind the headliner. With all the wires tucked in, I'm going to reinstall the weather stripping. Now while I'm back here, I want to answer a question that many people have asked, and that is why I don't run this rear camera cable underneath the headliner, through this loom, up behind this panel, to the camera. And the answer to that is there's really no reason to do all that work when this method I showed you works. Over the years, with all the dash cams I've installed, what I find is that dash cams do fail, and you might need to replace it. This way of installing it makes removal much easier, and there's no risk of this cable being damaged, even with the hatch opening and closing. Now if you want to route this camera cable underneath the headliner, pull back the loom, fish through it, you can definitely do that, but that's really up to you. But what I showed you here works perfectly fine, and if you're doing the install, you can decide which method you want. Right here is a power cable. I have this run down to the kick panel, and you want to tuck this cable between this panel here over to the fuse box. Now you can reinstall the weather stripping. You can remove the cover for the fuse panel. Now with this hardwire kit, there are 3 wires you need to connect to the vehicle. The red wire is your 12-volt ignition power, yellow wire is constant battery power, and the black wire is chassis ground. This box here with a dip switch will allow you to set what cutoff voltage you want, so you don't drain the car battery so low you cannot start your car. And also there's a timer switch. You can set how long you want the parking mode to run. Now, one thing to note about this hardwire kit is they did not include the fuse tap. So you do have to provide your own fuse tap that you can plug into the fuse box. On this Hyundai vehicle is a Micro2 fuse. And you'll need two, because one is for ignition and one for constant 12 volt. Now, for all the parts and tools I use in this installation, I'll include the links in the video description below. On the back of the fuse panel cover, there's a sticker that will show you what fuse is for what circuit. For the ignition 12 volt, I'll be tapping onto the USB charger fuse right here. And for the constant 12 volt, I'll be tapping onto the passenger power seat fuse right here. Now, there is no passenger power seat on this vehicle, so it's definitely safe to use this one. I'll first take out the passenger power seat fuse. That's this one right here. Now I'm going to take my multimeter and check which side of the fuse slot has power coming in. I'll probe the left side of the fuse slot, 0 volt. Now I'll probe the right side of the fuse slot, and it's 12.4 volt. That tells me power is coming in on the right side, and it goes through the fuse and go out on the left side. I'll take the original fuse from the fuse box and install it into the bottom slot. When you plug this fuse tap into the fuse box, the power have to come in on this leg here. It'll go through the fuse and go out on this red wire. That's why we have to use a multimeter to test the fuse slot to see which side the power is coming in on. To install this, I'll insert the fuse tap into the fuse slot. With this installed, the power is coming in on the right side. It'll go through the fuse and go out on the left side. Next, I'll remove the USB charging fuse. This is the original fuse I took out from the fuse box. I'll insert it into the bottom slot of this fuse tap. Now install this fuse tap. Now both fuse taps are installed. Now for the ground, I'll be connecting the ground wire to this grounding bolt you see right here. And make sure you use a multimeter to test it so you know it's a good ground. I'll connect one of the probe from the meter to this metal bracket here that I know is a ground. Now I'll probe this grounding bolt. And you can see the resistance is 0, so that's good. Next, I'll connect the yellow wire, which is a battery power. And this red wire connect to ignition 12 volt. And the wiring for the hardwire kit is complete. Using some tie wrap, I'll clean up the wire. Now with this hardwire kit, it uses a 12 volt cigarette lighter plug as the output. So I'm going to connect the Dashcam cigarette lighter plug into this socket. On this box, you see on the side has a red LED that tells you there's power going to it. Also, don't forget to set the dip switch for the cutoff voltage and the time. You can refer to the user manual for these settings. With all the wires tucked away, I can reinstall the cover. With everything wired, turn on the ignition. And the dash cam will power on and begin recording. This is the front camera and there's a rear camera. Go to menu. Find parking surveillance and turn this on. Turn off the ignition and the dash cam will go into parking mode. Also, when the battery voltage reaches the cutoff voltage, the hardwire kit will shut off the power to the dash cam. And this is how you install a 2-channel car dash camera in a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave one in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. To support this channel, remember to click on thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you get notified of new videos.